In this episode of 10 Best Ones, we are going to check out the top 5 best tablets for reading in 2018. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability and more. If you want to see the price and find out more information about these tablets for reading, you can check out the links down in the description and the comment section below. Okay, so, let's get started with the video. At number 5, we have the iPad Mini 4. The Apple iPad Mini 4 is always a great choice, especially if you're looking for a tablet that is equally good for reading, and for many other things, due to the presence of the renowned Retina display, that has proven as an absolute hit throughout these years. From a design perspective, this model is available in 3 colors from which you can choose the one that suits your taste, starting from gold, which we are currently reviewing, the silver and the space gray, and all of them share the same specs and price, so regardless of your choice, all of them look unique in their own way. Our pick has a sleek aluminum body, finished in gold and white, from which the white color is present at the front, while the golden color is spread along the back, so when you see it as a whole, it looks indeed wonderful. At the front, you will instantly notice the gorgeous 7.9-inch Retina display, and the smooth rounded edges, that sit absolutely great on the super slim 6.1mm construction. At the bottom, as it's the case with iPads, there is a Touch ID fingerprint sensor, while at the bottom edge, there are the speakers, that are really loud for their size, so after reading, if you want to chill, all of your audio tracks, or movies, will sound really good. At the top, there is the front-facing 1.2-megapixel camera, while at the back, you will find an 8-megapixel camera, which, as the users claim, can shoot quality and vibrant photos, for your ultimate experience. But now, let's talk about the performance. The iPad Mini 4 is designed with an A8 chip, that has been paired with an M8 co-processor, has 2 GB of RAM, and a maximum internal storage capacity of 128 GB, which is great for the price. Moreover, the Retina display is LED backlit, has a resolution of 2048 by 1536, with 326 pixels per inch, meaning that regardless of the font and the size, you can read your books without any problem, and of course, have time to watch some movies. To conclude, the iPad Mini 4 is a great option, due to the fact that it has an exceptionally vibrant display, that will let you read for hours, without making you feel tired. Moving on, at number 4, we have the Asus ZenPad 3S 10. The Asus ZenPad 3S is one of the most purchased tablets on the market, and this is nothing to be surprised of, since this tablet is a great all-rounder, so you can do basically everything, starting from reading books, playing games, watching movies, and much more. From a design perspective, the ZenPad 3S sports a solid, all-metal, slim construction, that is lightweight, and exceptionally beautiful, regardless if you choose the silver or the gray version. At the bottom, there are dual speakers, a fingerprint scanner, and a USB-C port, while on the left, there is a micro SD card slot, that supports cards of up to 256 GB of storage, so you will always have enough room, for storing plenty apps, books and dozens of things, that keep you entertained. In addition, on the right, there are power and volume buttons, of which you can take an advantage as well, in order to adjust the volume, which will, at the same time, maintain its original quality, and you won't feel any distortion at all, even on the highest settings. This unit has 2 cameras, the front-facing one has 5 megapixels, while the rear has 8 megapixels, and both of them are quality enough to capture beautiful photos. Now, let's talk about the features. This model has a stunning, 9.7-inch 2K IPS display, that has a Corning Gorilla Glass 3, that makes it resistant to any damage, so you shouldn't worry if you accidentally drop the tablet. Users claim that the visuals are nearly perfect, because the screen is bright, and it reveals every single detail of everything you watch, which is great. The hardware is composed of a hexa-core processor, 4 GB of RAM, so as you can see, the Asus guarantees ultra-fast processing performance, while keeping the lag on the minimum. Moreover, the 5900 mAh is another great thing, because it supports Qualcomm Quick Charge 3.0, but take in mind, that you should additionally pay for it. I'd also want to mention that the battery life can last around 8 years, which is great for the price, so I think that you won't find any remarks. Moreover, the 5900 mAh is another great thing, because it supports Qualcomm Quick Charge 3.0, but take in mind, that you should additionally pay for it. I'd also want to mention that the battery life can last around 8 hours, which is great for the price, so I think that you won't find any remarks. Overall, I strongly recommend you the ZenPad 3S, because it offers a great value for its price tag. Next stop, at number 3, we have the Huawei MediaPad M5. The MediaPad M5 is Huawei's latest gem, that integrates powerful hardware, beautiful design, and large 10.8-inch screen, that will offer you a truly immersive experience, from the moment you turn on the tablet. From a design perspective, the M5 sports an aluminum space gray construction, that is followed by rounded edges, and a highly responsive fingerprint sensor, that is located to the right of the screen, so you won't have any troubles with the unlocking process. The connectivities include a power button, volume rocker, single USB Type-C port, a SIM and SD card slot, all positioned at the right, as well as docking port and 2 speakers at the bottom, and 2 additional speakers at the top, which is absolutely amazing, since you will hear a 360 degrees audio. Moving on, this model has 2 cameras, from which, the front-facing has 8 megapixels, while the one at the back, has 13 megapixels, which is really cool, due to the fact that, both of them are exceptional quality. But now, let's talk about the performance. The M5, as I've stated at the beginning, has an exclusive hardware, that consists of 4 GB of RAM, 64 of internal storage, while on the other side, this tablet uses an octa-core Kirin 960's 2.1 GHz processor, and runs on Android 8, which I find really cool because of 2 reasons. The first is that, you will have enough memory to store dozens of apps, books, photos, and tracks, while on the other, the tablet would process everything really fast, so you won't have problems with multitasking. Moreover, the 2K Ultra Vision, glass edge display, is very bright, and has an aspect ratio of 16:10, with 280 pixels per inch, so the visuals will be extremely defined. The battery life is another strong point, because it has an average runtime of around 10 hours, and when it comes to the recharge, I'd like to inform you that the M5 supports quick charge, so it won't take long until you start using the tablet again. To conclude, the Huawei MediaPad M5 would be a great option, if you want to invest in a modern, powerful tablet that does its job perfectly fine, regardless of your desires. Moving on, at number 2, we have the Amazon Kindle e-reader. The Kindle Paperwhite is a best-selling Kindle, that is specifically oriented towards the passionate book readers, who want to taste the benefits of reading books on an entirely new, modern level. From a design perspective, the Kindle Paperwhite features an attractive and compact, all-black plastic construction, that is easy to hold, and looks beautiful from any angle. In addition, you can still recognize the chunky bezel which surrounds the display, but take in mind that this is often a thing when it comes to the tablet, since manufacturers do this with the intention to give you a room where you can rest your fingers. Moving on, since it is specifically designed for reading, you won't find any fancy things like cameras on the front, or at the back, and the only thing you can see at the back is just the Amazon label, which signifies the brand itself. In terms of the connectivities, there is only one micro USB, and when you open the box, you will find a USB 2.0 charging cable, of which you can take an advantage, and refill it anytime you want. Now, let's talk about the features. The Amazon Kindle Paperwhite is powered by a 1 GHz processor with 512 MB of RAM, and since it has a free cloud storage, you will be given 4 GB of space, to add as many books as you'd like, so you will be well equipped. Since you will be reading, I'd like to inform you that the display has a built-in light, with a high resolution of 300 pixels per inch, which means that, every book you read, will be exceptionally visible, and you can read without any problem. Before we end, I'd like to mention that the battery life is unbelievably strong, and it won't last for a day, but for up to 6 weeks, if you're reading half an hour per day, according to Amazon. When you drain the completely battery, you would wait around 4 hours, which isn't long, so you can continue with reading without any issue. Overall, the Kindle Paperwhite is a top option for everyone who is looking for an e-book reader that costs low, but performs like a pro. And finally, at number 1, we have the Samsung Galaxy Tab S3. The Samsung Galaxy Tab S3 is maybe one of the best options that you can find on the market, especially if you're looking for an Android tablet that has multi-functionalities that will let you do everything, from reading books and all the way up to playing games. From a design perspective, the Tab S3 is available in 2 different colors, such as black and silver, which we are currently reviewing, so you can choose the one that suits you the best, without worrying about the specs, since both of them are same. In addition, this model has an elegant, relatively thin construction, that is accompanied by a large, 9.7-inch display, that will offer you a great viewing space, with a cinematic quality. When you take it off the box, you will instantly notice that the front and the rear cameras are positioned to sit in a portrait mode, while at the bottom, there are the connectivities, such as the 3.5mm headphone jack, and the USB-C port that stands as a syncing and charging port. Since I've mentioned the cameras, I would like to inform you that this model has a 5-megapixel front camera, and a 13-megapixel rear camera, which will help you shoot beautiful and vibrant photos. But now, let's talk about the performance. The Tab S3 integrates a quad-core 2.2 GHz Snapdragon processor, 4 GB of RAM, 32 GB of internal storage, that can be expanded to up to 256 GB, so as you can see, you will enough memory for everything. Moreover, the 9.7-inch screen has a maximum resolution of 2048 by 1536 pixels, supports HDR, and produces stunning visuals that have dozens of details, which will surely elevate your viewing and user experience to a whole new level. That's why, your movies will have well-defined blacks and whites, the font of your books will be exceptionally vivid, and all of your games will look sharp, so you shouldn't worry about anything. Finally, the battery life is expected to last around 12 hours on a single charge, according to Samsung, but take in mind that this may vary, since everything depends on your usage. Overall, the Samsung Tab S3 is a must-have, so give it a try and assure yourself of its huge potential and quality. Thanks for watching, I hope you liked this video. If this video was helpful to you, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future, and if you have any questions related to these tablets for reading, you can leave a comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can.